Get it.
Have you seen the news lately?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters. Have you seen the news of the other U.S. officer that tried to tell a Canadian just recently?
Nope.
Oh, you should check the news.
I don't care for it.
You don't care for it?
No.
So you don't care to do your job
That's
properly?
Not my business.
No, it is your job to do your business.
Do me a favor, look for that. I don't care for you to question right now.
So you don't care to do your job properly?
I am doing pumps. Get in the car.
Why'd you pull me over?
Your modified exhaust, the stop sign.
There's no modified exhaust.
Okay.
And the what?
Sit in the car.
The what were you about to say?
In the city of the stars, where every corner is a stage and every moment a potential scene, unfolds a drama, stark and potent. Nestled amidst the opulence of Beverly Hills, we find ourselves observing a confrontation that will challenge our perception of power, authority, and justice. The scene is set. Our attention is immediately drawn to a sleek and polished Lamborghini, its roar echoing through the pristine boulevards. An embodiment of extravagance, this vehicle is the heart of our story. That sounds expensive, the officer notes, his words painting the first brushstrokes of a narrative that is far from ordinary. The initial exchange unfolds like a tightly choreographed dance. Each word is a step, each retort a countermove. The officer, his badge glinting in the sun, challenges the driver's right to be on the Californian roads. "Where's your California driver's license?" he asks, his tone sharp, edging towards intimidation.
Canada driver's license? You don't have a... Where's your California driver's license?
I don't live here. I give you a Canadian driver's
So that's
license.
exactly what I'm trying to figure out.
He offers his Canadian license, a legitimate response, yet the officer remains unsatisfied. The dialogue between the two men starts to heat up, their words underscoring a complex web of entitlement, power, and resistance. "I'm a Canadian citizen. You have a treaty with us," the driver states firmly, showcasing an acute awareness of international laws and conventions. Disputes over a stop sign violation and a supposed modification of the car's exhaust escalate the drama. These are accusations the driver does not accept lightly.
Why'd you pull me over?
Your modified exhaust, the stop sign.
There's no modified exhaust.
Okay.
And the what?
Sit in the car.
The what were you about to say?
The camera becomes an actor in its own right in this tense drama. A silent yet potent participant, it watches, records, and shields. It's a protective eye, a bastion of truth in this situation of he said, a tool offering power to the ordinary citizen against potential misuse of authority. The climax approaches as the officer cites the driver for not having a California driver's license and a modified exhaust. He further threatens the possibility of an arrest in a towed car. The air is thick with anticipation and tension, the consequences of these accusations quite severe. But our Lamborghini owner is no pushover. He stands his ground, questioning the officer's understanding of the law. "You have no permission to tow my car," he retorts, challenging the legitimacy of the threats he's facing. Although his car is spared from being towed, the experience leaves a bitter residue, a harsh reminder of the tumultuous battle of rights and authority.
Car is subject to tow.
What?
Why? Because you're driving your own license in California.
I can do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can have a Canadian driver's license. It's not illegal to drive here with that.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you. So my suggestion to you is I'm not going to tow your car. I'm letting you know that your car is subject to tow. Okay? So with that being said, I suggest that you probably go and park your car somewhere and not drive anywhere.
In the aftermath of the confrontation, we observe the Lamborghini owner challenging the officer's claims one final time before parting ways. "I'm right, you're wrong," he confidently asserts, a final testament to his unwavering faith in his own interpretation of the law. But the story doesn't end there. Far from it. The owner is not ready to let the matter rest. His resolve is clear. "I'm going to file a complaint on him," an assertive decision, indicative of his stance against the perceived misuse of power. Accompanied by his friend, they embark on a new chapter in this story. Their destination, the police department itself, the very heart of the organization that sparked this incident. The purpose, filing a complaint against the officer who, in their opinion, failed in his duties. Entering the police station, the driver and his friend walk into a world that is often a mystery to the common citizen. Phones ringing, officers bustling around, the quiet chaos of a public service institution at work. This is their arena, and the Lamborghini owner steps onto the turf with a resolve as formidable as ever. Guided to the third floor, they carry with them evidence: the ticket issued, the passport, the driver's insurance, and a story they believe needs to be heard. The ensuing discussion is an exploration of rights, procedures, and interpretations.
So, what documentation do you have, like as far as your ID or license, or because you got to understand, I'm trying to recreate what you're telling me happened in the field.
Yeah, valid insurance and registration.
So you're visiting?
I am.
So what will come of this night in Beverly Hills? Will the complaint lead to change, or will it simply disappear into the annals of bureaucratic procedures? Only time will reveal the answers. The conversation at the police station continues, unraveling layer upon layer of the incident. The driver explains his encounter with the officer once more, emphasizing the threats he felt were leveled against him. He mentions how he was wrongfully accused of not having a valid license, even though he carried a valid Canadian one. Officers in the station listen, their demeanor serious, their eyes fixed on the documents in front of them. The Lamborghini owner outlines his grievances, his main concern being the officer's lack of awareness about international driving laws and the threat of having his car towed. He emphasizes his point, his words echoing in the room. I just want him to talk to the officer. But I have a funny feeling in this situation that if he only talks to the officer, there will be nothing on record that I was ever here and this ever happened. So I'm going to make sure I file a complaint. With that, he moves to formalize his complaint, putting pen to paper. The sounds in the room become a backdrop to his thoughts. The rustle of papers, the soft tap of keys, the occasional distant ring of a phone. And as he writes, he converses with the officers, acknowledging the room for error in law enforcement but maintaining his stand against the perceived misuse of power. The conversation veers into a discussion of principles. The police officers underline the importance of customer service, prioritizing how citizens are spoken to above all else. They validate the driver's concerns, recognizing the importance of his feelings during the encounter. The driver concurs, repeating his grievances, the open-ended threats, the unpleasant demeanor, and the overall discomforting encounter. His primary objective becomes clearer with each passing moment. He seeks respect, understanding, and the assurance of a better experience in the future. Such is the complexity of an incident that began with a mere traffic stop, a maze of rights, laws, and principles. As the driver leaves the police station that night, he leaves behind a story that speaks volumes about accountability, resilience, and the quest for justice. For him and for all those who ever felt wronged, this night becomes a beacon, a reminder to always stand up for what is right. The driver recounts his encounter with the officer, explaining his perspective on the situation. According to him, the officer took his calm manner of challenging him as rude, adding another layer of complexity to their interaction. They switch topics to his car, a 2016 Lamborghini Huracan, and joke about its price. The driver humorously compares it to the Honda Civic of supercars, keeping the mood light despite the serious discussion at hand. With his complaint filed and the interaction documented, the driver has one simple request: to enjoy his dinner in Beverly Hills without fear of being pulled over or having his car towed. The police assure him they're there to help. They wish him safe driving and return his documents, their professional demeanor making for a more amicable conversation than the one he experienced earlier in the evening. As the driver leaves the station, his thoughts linger on the matter. He doesn't want his car towed. He wants the officer to act responsibly. Despite the frustration of the incident, he acknowledges the hard work of law enforcement, recognizing that there are many good officers out there facing difficult situations every day. But in the same breath, he expresses his disappointment with Officer Pena, feeling bullied and intimidated. The incident serves as a stark reminder that while law enforcement is crucial for maintaining order and safety, it also needs to uphold the principles of respect, fairness, and dignity. The evening ends with the driver setting off to enjoy his dinner, his ordeal a testament to the importance of speaking up against perceived injustice. As he drives away, he leaves behind a powerful message about standing up for one's rights, challenging authority when it's needed, and holding individuals accountable for their actions. We'll continue to bring you more such stories, each one a reflection of life's complexities, challenges, and triumphs. So remember to always stay informed, be respectful, and don't be afraid to question when things don't seem right. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and keep believing in the power of your voice. Goodbye for now.